they've had 60, 70 murders over a short period of time. Murders, people that got shot. They've had hundreds of people shot, and then a guy like Pritzker or this low IQ mayor gets up. What makes a man like that say that things are wonderful? Why doesn't he say, we love that President Trump is going to come and help us clean up Chicago and make it safe again, as opposed to fighting us and pretending that there weren't 50 murders and 200 shootings and all of that? Why is that?
President Trump there obviously talking as directly as he always does. Violent riots day after day with immigration and custom enforcement agents under attack. This is America. The president is calling for accountability for all of this, and it's dangerous for citizens. Chicago mayor should be in jail for failing to protect ICE officers. Governor Pritzker quickly hit back.
There's one thing I really want to say to Donald Trump. If you come for my people, you come through me. So come and get me.
Oh, he's a lot. You know he wants to run for president. Meanwhile, hundreds of National Guard troops are now on the ground in Chicago, part of what the Trump administration is calling Operation Midway Blitz, cracking down on illegal immigrants. And the legal challenges continue to pile up, and Mayor Johnson is promising to resist.
It's illegal, unconstitutional, it's dangerous, it's wrong. This is not about deportation. This is not about safety for this president. This is about authoritarianism. It's about stoking fear. It's about breaking the Constitution.
Despite the resistance by Democrats, Border Patrol Commander Greg Bovino says the operation is already delivering results.
We're approaching almost 1,500 apprehensions in a month. A majority of those 1,500 are some extremely bad individuals, whether it's child rapists, trained Aragua gang members, terrorists, honest-to-goodness terrorists on the terrorist screening database, and many others.
Todd Lyons, acting ICE director, on set with me now. First of all, talk to me about the latest steps in this mission to get the worst of the worst out of the country.
So that's one thing we're doing, Harris, is we're making sure that we're putting our best agents and officers on the ground, working with our other federal partners to ensure that we are going after the worst of the worst. You know, one thing that ICE does is it's all criminal intelligence based. So we know exactly who we're going after. And that's one thing that's really frustrating for us is we get accused so many times of just going after a certain nationality or someone's skin color. And that's just not the case. The mission of ICE is to go out there and find the worst of the worst. And that's what the president's promised. And that's what we're doing on the ground in Chicago.
What successes have been thwarted because of the legal challenges and what we're watching right now, because the threats on your agents? I mean, this was outside the facility about 12 miles from the downtown area of Chicago, and they were having to use non-lethal weapons to push this crowd back, and day after day they returned, and sometimes putting their hands on ICE agents and pushing against them, getting violent. You
know, and that's one thing that it just can't happen. You know, it's very frustrating to see, especially in this video. You know, they are protesting the men and women of ICE doing their lawful law enforcement mission, and the people that are in those vehicles aren't innocent individuals. Those are some hardened criminals that have been hiding in Chicago in plain sight. Much like Chief Bovino said, we've arrested Trinity Aragua gang members that are members now of a foreign terrorist organization, child rapists, fentanyl dealers. I don't understand why these people want to lobby and advocate and protest, if you will, for known criminals. It just makes no sense.
You and I were talking off camera. I want to bring that into our conversation now, women and the cartels, and how sometimes women play a role, and you're picking them up now, too.
We are, and that's one thing. Criminal illegal aliens and crime isn't gender specific. When I was a field office director at the Boston office, we saw a lot of females that escaped from Brazil, wanted for murder, drug trafficking, that we arrested there. So a lot of times we hear that we're separating moms from children. Well, some of these moms are pretty bad criminal actors. Not only have been ordered deported and came back multiple times, but the cartel uses them to hide in plain sight, and that's what a lot of people don't realize. They see a sob story on TV, but really these are hardened criminals.
70%, I know from Borders Are, Tom Homan, are on their last orders to leave the country. 1,500 arrests a month right now. Is that fast enough? What's your goal?
You know, our goal is to get as many out safely as we can. That's one thing. The big thing for us is right now, like you said, that the fact that there's so many assaults and threats on ICE agents that we're having to move resources to make sure that the men and women are safe. But our goal is to remove as many as we can. You know, much like you just said, 70% of the people we have in custody have either committed a violent, serious crime or have pending charges. And that other 30%, they have been ordered to lawfully deported by a judge, but many of them have criminal histories in their own countries that wouldn't show up on the FBI database. So they're wanted criminals from their home country. So we're doing what President Trump and Secretary Noem wants, and that's just removing the worst out of our communities.
Todd Lyons, I get to look you in the eye. We're on set together. It's great to have you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
I pray for the men and women of ICE.
Thank you. We
Stay
appreciate
safe.
it. Thank you.
Absolutely.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.